Hey guys, sorry for the scrappy looking appearance. The t-shirt, the leg up on the table. I've just gotten out of hospital today actually. And yeah, I've got to keep my leg up in this position for 2 weeks. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But hey, here's the news. Shell are going to shut down 500 gas stations over the next 12 months. And they say they're getting rid of 1,000 petrol gas stations because they want to turn them into electric charging stations. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking, or I should say the injured Viking, or the often injured Viking. Anyway, the point here is, guys, this is amazing news. Shell are going to close 1,000 gas stations, petrol stations, as we say, in the UK and Australia over the coming years as it pivots toward electric vehicle charging stations. Now, in its latest energy transition report, England-based Shell, who is one of the largest oil companies on the planet, says it plans to close 500 retail gas stations, petrol stations, over the next 1 to 1.5 years. They're saying by the end of 2025, they're going to close 500. Now, this is not about helping the environment. It's simply about adjusting to demand, or at least future demand. It's very clear where demand is going, right? And Shell's just gotten their boffins, their number crunchers to work out what they should be doing to take advantage of what's happening. The company plans to focus on scaling its public EV charging network and in hopes to bring total charging points to 200,000 in 2030. Now, currently Shell have 54,000, and it wants to quadruple that number to 200,000 by 2030. Now, that's a pretty good number, I think. In total, we plan to divest 500 Shell-owned sites a year in 2024, the company writes on page 28 of its document, as initially spotted by Bloomberg and reported on by numerous media, including Teslarati. The company has also said it plans to focus on public charging stations rather than on home charging. So it basically wants to turn itself into what it is today, but with electricity. So as you can see here, Shell have shared what they plan on doing, where they're focusing on, where they're going to be building all these charging stations. Well, as you can see, a lot of them are in China. Shell has a big presence in China. A lot of them are in Europe. Not that many of them are in America, on the American continent. So surprisingly low number. But I believe Shell probably wants to change that though. So, we'll see if that happens. We'll see if Shell actually changes their minds on North America. I think they will. I think they're going to see that there's going to be a lot of electric cars sold there over the next few years. We're focusing on public charging, they said, rather than on home charging because we believe it will be needed most by our customers. We have a major competitive advantages in terms of locations, as our global network of service stations is one of the largest in the world. I mean, what is Shell going to do, right? One of the largest networks of gas stations, petrol stations in the world. If they don't pivot to electric stations, they won't have a business. We have other competitive advantages, they said, though, such as our convenience retail offering, which allows us to offer our customers coffee, food, and other convenience items as they charge their cars. So that's the whole point here. Sell them other things while they're charging. Do what Tesla does, collect your data and sell that data. As we grow our business offering charging for electric vehicles, we expect an internal rate of return of 12% or higher. The recent energy transition strategy softened some of the company's carbon emissions targets for the next 10 years, though it still holds true to original commitments to reach net zero carbon by 2050. How does an oil company, one of the biggest in the world, reach net zero carbon by 2050? I've got no idea, but that's what they're saying they're going to do. The company is planning to invest 10 to 15 billion into low carbon energy solutions between 2023 and the end of 2025. Well, obviously we're in 2024 now, and I haven't heard a whole lot about their low carbon energy solutions. But anyway, the report says the company plans to support key oils used in offshore winds and the development of EV batteries. So I guess it's true, you do need some oil production for parts of an EV battery pack, in particular the plastic parts, right? But the battery housings potentially. We are growing our premium lubricants portfolio to supply key energy transition sectors such as transformer oils used for offshore wind parks and cooling fluids to support the development of electric vehicle car batteries. Shell also talked about the 2024 transition strategy it has. I mean, if you want to watch this, I'll put a link in the description below. And Shell actually acquired the United States EV charging network Volta Charge last year, along with signing dozens of other partnerships to support EV development over the past few years. Now, was their purchase of Volta Charge, which is obviously not a NACS charging range of charging networks, doesn't have the new charging standard. Was that a good purchasing decision? I think that might have been a little bit rash. But anyhow, what do you guys think? Let me know. The company's charging network, Shell Recharge, made up around 1.7% of the public DC fast charging network in the United States in Q3 last year, as per the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. So 1.7%, that's what Shell owns of the electric vehicle DC fast charging network. You can see they're a fair way behind Tesla. I think that 1.7% is actually probably going to drop as less and less people use CCS chargers. Comparatively, Tesla, obviously they're the market leader with their supercharger network. They have 61%. In fact, not that, 61.8%. So Shell have 1.7%, and those are really considered probably obsolete. Tesla have 61.8%. Yeah, I mean, good luck to Shell. My advice is, if you're invested in Shell, probably might be the right time to sell. The sooner, the better. Thanks for watching.